Koskalingut nekararan akotin chitab Kalenjin en utugulele keren ketesiet nebo Nenyon TV. Niton ko boroindo ne inegen neotochinin logoiywekab emet en koindo kainenyun ko Daisy Langat. Ngetown logoiwechu en county nebo Elgeyo Marakwet ole county assembly nebo Elgeyo Marakwet. En inguni ko ngoreri Public Service Commission nebo county noton nebo Elgeyo Marakwet. En tebutik kotinygei ak kakaetabgei nebo siret noton nebo konetik chebo ECD. Ak kora konetik choton chebo sukulisiek chebo muswoknotet kotinygei ak nemwoe kole kikimuch kitobonchi chepkondok tetutiet noton kosibgei ak nebo ng'echeret en committee noton nebo somanet en county assembly nebo Elgeyo Marakwet. Christopher Cheboyoch ne kamwa kole en kasarta anan tindoi kasarta noton bodi noton akoi tarikit 17 nebo arawani koaror kotinygei ak amune nekikimuch kikaengei ole mwoe kole noton ko kikotestai kong'em akobit rarunet noton nebo konetik en county noton nebo Elgeyo Marakwet. Cheboyoch ne ine ko MCA noton nebo wardit noton nebo Emso akot kou noton kotorchin siet Public Service Board kandoinatet en mwoe kole kiimuch anan maimuch kochokyi tetutiet noton bo keker ile kiimuch kesir konetik chebo ECD en mwoe kole kikimuch kitaban chepkondok silingisiek million 3 en tetutiet noton bo kesir konetik chebo ECD ak kora chebo sukulisiek chebo muswoknotet.
We had planned that we want to recruit 100 ECDs caretakers and 40 PTCs to the entire our polytechnics in Elgeyo Marakwet. And I want to thank the Assembly that already they have allocated money worth up to 3.6 million. And we had agreed on 26 that our ECD teachers be recruited by last 1st July, which it never worked. Now the stumbling block here is the service board, which we are giving them until Monday 17 this month. We want to see the progress made concerning these ECD caregivers and PTC, how far they have gone. We want also to be told the reason why they have not respect the resolution that we made as a committee together with the department. Finally, the reason why they don't stick to timeline. And now on 26th this month, schools are being reopened. And we have our ECD centers, which they don't have even any teacher there.
Keistoegei logoiwechoton ko kusingong serikalit nebo emoni kobun ministry noton nebo ripset nebo itondo nebo emet. Kakwautik chekikanaptoen ripset noton nebo itondo ak oret agenge nebo keistoegei walet noton nebo itondo nebo emet. Niton ko en kasarta nekikusingong keker kele kakimuch kende chepkondok cheyomotin chetoreti en tetutik choton chebo keker kele kakimuch keistoegei yautik chebo wechet nebo itondo nebo emet ole iboru chikilisiet kole makyingei emoni ana emet komugul chepkondok trillion 4 en kila kenyit ko oret agenge nebo keborien yautik choton bo walet noton nebo itondo nebo emet. Ole niton ko trillion na billion 62 ko makat en emet nebo Kenya kobun ministry noton nebo lengut na treasury ole imuch kokon chepkondok choton ko koitet nebo 13 en bokol. Ole akot kou noton ko ketunotin koitet noton nebo 80 en bokol asikomuch kosulda tetutiet noton kosibgei ak kasirindet en ministry noton nebo ripset nebo itondo nebo emet noton ko engineer Festus Ngeno komwoe kole serikalit nebo emoni ko makat koker kole kaimuch kokusyikong alak en tetutichoton ko oret agenge nebo kinde kakwautik ak tetutik cheisibi matosik cheterter ak stakeholders cheboisie en kibagenge asikoribok itondo nebo emet.
That businesses today require financing that support expansion, innovation, productivity, competitiveness, and long-term resilience. That financial institutions must therefore evolve from simply providing capital to enabling transformation. Similarly, the sustainability and green financing strategy signals Kenya's readiness to align with emerging global standards while mobilizing investment towards renewable energy, sustainable manufacturing, climate-smart agriculture, green infrastructure, and circular economy solutions. This is not only about environmental responsibility, ladies and gentlemen, it is about unlocking new markets, attracting climate financing, reducing investment risks, and positioning Kenyan enterprises for future growth. Climate-related shocks continue to reduce national productivity, with estimates showing that climate change costs Kenya between 3 to 5% of GDP every year. Building resilience is therefore no longer optional. It is central to sustaining economic growth and protecting livelihoods. It is for this reason that the President of the Republic of Kenya, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, has consistently positioned climate action and green industrialization as central pillars of the bottom-up economic transformation agenda. Around the world, ladies and gentlemen, economies are being reshaped by climate change, technological advancement, shifting investments, patterns which evolve depending on the consumer expectations, and new trade requirements.
Tabanang logoiwek choton ko kandoindet noton nebo chamait noton nebo DCP Rigathi Gachagua kokakomongei ako torchisiet kandoinatet noton nebo Kenya Kwanza neindochin President William Ruto kosibkei ak Gachagua komwoe kole en kasarta noton nekimuch konam kandoinatet serikalit nebo Kenya Kwanza ko en nguni kotomo kosuldaen alak en kayamisutik chekimuch koyamis biikab emoni. Mwoe Gachagua kole en konekit kosibkei ak olyet noton nekimuch kolany barak noton nebo mwanik komwoe kole kimatinyegei noton ak noton ko ngemet noton nebo mung'aret en emotinwek chebo sang chekitiengei emoni asikemwaani kobaten tetutik choton chekimuch kotet alak en kandoik chebo serikali. Akot kou noton komwoe Gachagua kole yautik kora choton chebo ngemet nebo kalyet koimuch kosuldaen alak en afisaek choton chemiten en afisisiek chebo serikali.
You all remember that on 8th August 2022, a litre of super petrol retailed at 159 shillings. A litre of diesel retailed at Kenya shillings 140. As we speak today, the price of super petrol is 214 Kenya shillings and diesel 222.86 for a litre of diesel, representing an increase of 34.05% and 59.18% respectively. These increases have been contributed to higher transport costs, increased food prices, and a greater pressure on household incomes. Kenyans will recall that on April 2026, I exposed the opaque nature of the government-to-government framework and detailed its contribution to an increased landed cost of fuel products. The whole scheme and con game were nothing like G to G. It is government route. What I'm saying in a nutshell is that the high cost of fuel has nothing to do with international prices. It has everything to do with business interest of William Ruto, where he is a key player of oil importation and distribution in the country.
Kosibkei ak ng'alalet noton nebo Rigathi Gachagua kokakomongei kandoik ana MPs choton chebo katuiyetabgei nebo Kenya Kwanza noton ko MPs choton chebo broad-based government kondochin membatab kot neking'oten ng'atutik nebo Kikuyu noton ko Kimani Ichung'wah. Ine ko kandoindet nebo chechang en bunge noton nebo boror ak kokutita ng'alalutik chebo Rigathi Gachagua en mwoe kole biik tugul en mwoe kole kasarta noton nekimiten kandoinatet Rigathi kokirubeiwotab president kotomo keisto ine en boroindo kokimuch konamgei ak ana biik choton chekimuch kochutyi ak kong'em sekta noton nebo kawek en emoni. Kosibkei kora ak Ichung'wah komwoe kole Rigathi Gachagua kotindoi kundishek choton chemaititoyotin chekiboisien en musmuset nebo tuiyosiek choton chebo bolotet ana guns.
It is ironical that the man purporting to speak about security is on record to mobilize members of outlawed gangs to protect churches, political rallies, and polling stations. And you have heard yourselves, Mr. Rigathi, even on media interviews, telling Kenyans that hata sisi hatujabeba watoto kwa migongo. And this is his way of telling and mobilizing the Mungiki goons that he has been mobilizing to attack Kenyans. And we want to ask him, isn't this goonism? Rigathi is Kenya's chief goon, Kenya's goon number one. Have we forgotten how 2 years ago he mobilized his fellow goons to invade Northlands Farm, belonging to the Kenyatta family, destroyed property, stole sheep belonging to Mama Ngina, a widow and our nation's very first lady. This is what the goonism and anarchy that Gachagua continues to perpetuate today then runs to cry foul and crying louder than the bereaved. In particular, he has been very consistent in the last few days, alleging that there were guns stolen from Kikuyu police station. In fact, those firearms were stolen in the demonstrations in 2025, organized by Rigathi himself. Rigi Goon is a disgrace to this country. In this demonstration, Rigi Goon organized for the torching of Dagoretti police post.
Jutan Logoiywekab Emet Karabeun member tap kotene gingote ngatu ngatu neba Suna East Junet Mohammed ole moyogoli ngalalet not neba Rigathi Gachagua go supki agorogeneta got kotingi ago to not miten barak neba MPs chota jaba serkali neba gibagenge na broad based government chogo much ko 2 years not neba gimuch ken betut neba moten kamasta neba Naivasha county neba Nakuru moy Junet kole Rigathi Gachagua kochenga go subet na miten go supki ang ne moyogole magot ndoi trelet ende tutikota cheba.
I know why he's ranting today. Yes. It's because of what happened in Naivasha the last 2 days. Yes. He saw the numbers. Yes. He saw the force. Yes. He saw the organizational. Yes. Now he has realized he's only working with 3 people. Yes. A man who cannot shave his beard, and another one we don't know what he is, just making noise here in Kiambu. Yes. So he's scared, I know. Yes. And I know he will get. I knew yesterday. With those numbers, Rigathi will get scared and he'll start maligning people's names. Yes. You know, long time in Parliament here, in the old constitution, members of Parliament used to be told to go get proficiency in English or Swahili. It's high time now we introduce a bill in this Parliament that psychiatric test must be done on leaders. Yes. Rigathi is on a fishing expedition. Yes. Desperate for attention, to salvage his dwindling political virtues, disillusioned by his lack of national influence and bleak political future. He's a liar, a cheat, a conman, a political turncoat. A conman, callous and extremely unpatriotic. No wonder he has a dark heart. Lastly, I want to say this, and this one I want to make it very clear to him. ODM, my party, will never be in any formation that has Rigathi Gachagua inside. For now, into the future, and even for the next 50 years, if he's still alive. So stop talking about ODM. We will never be with you. And if ODM is dead, as you are saying, why are you talking about it? If ODM is dead, why are you talking about it? Do we normally talk about dead people? No. Why are you talking about a dead thing? He knows ODM is not dead. He knows very well that he has lost this plot. He wants us to be in the street and continue being in government until we removed him here for gross violation of the Constitution. If an impeachment motion is brought tomorrow again against Rigathi, we will still do it.
Tabanang Logoiywekab Chantan Gonitan go got to net Kabangal and Dits Nabas Regali, not to go Charles Owina. Got ye ejected Jamuch go up to Logoiywekab Manin and a Chabalembech Cotinge Ax Regali. Gungalali in a encounter not in a boss, Siaya, Gomogole. Meet and Katiang Natit, not in a bagalite to Tikatachi Dance Regali. Kabatin Magat Gilitit, Aglogoiywekab Chantan Chanina. I got go not on Gomogle and Cassette not in a talking gale when he said Kamagat Kigilem. Again, case Toga up tight not in a Balowick Martin or talking like a Tugula and a Logoiywekab. We
are going to an election here, very competitive. There will be a lot of issues of misinformation, disinformation, and many other issues. You take care of that and ensure that you report what is verified and what you think is correct. And also with the AI, anything can happen. Today somebody can do that with a 5 minutes. It comes out. people may think is true, isn't it? But lastly is much of the rights we have, the Bill of Rights. The Bill of Rights, we enshrined it in Constitution, in the Constitution 2010. The previous Constitution we had under Chapter 4. But people are really abusing rights because in the Constitution, all the rights have limits, isn't it? To the freedom to speak, the freedom to report, have limits. So please ensure that you observe those limits. Need you, isn't it? Yeah, to support our cause. And there's a lot of work to be done. And you can tell those who are giving this information that I don't know, there's a word we use in Luo that people don't really good. Those who are giving misinformation, they are in trouble. Because you will not give wrong information about government and I give you. I'll not follow you to beat you, but I'll use my mouth, isn't it? And my skill of writing to challenge you and put you in the right place. So those who want to demean government, to want to pass false information, there's nothing wrong criticizing government. That is why we have opposition, isn't it?
Chitap kolenji na kawang ni tap kena bala go yachatan ko gagi tuchilo yoga bi metin koindo chiko gite tunen saine ko ngai missing jaka tukelo gir ko lagai tun go yucho no right nei ne kana kai Nenyon ko Daisy Langat ta tiger gite siet ne Nenyon TV Langat Kimii Gaa.